Hey everybody, this is Eric Warren. Welcome to NetworkMarketingPro.com. I am here at the pools of the Bellagio in Las Vegas with industry icon, Mr. Len Clements. And Len is a gentleman who has been, what are your nicknames as far as...
I mean, that we can repeat?
That you can repeat.
The video that a family might watch?
Yes, exactly.
MLM watchdog,
Watchdog.
MLM expert, court certified, not self-proclaimed. People that don't like me say I'm self-proclaimed.
So he's a court certified expert. So you are like an expert witness for different cases regarding network marketing.
I went to the jury trial, and the judges said, "Yeah, you're an expert."
Okay, so you've been really a student of the profession for a long time.
19 years, full
19
time.
years.
Just studying the industry, analyzing it. It came from getting burned a couple of times in the beginning and saying,
Sure.
well, I got to do some due diligence, learn about this industry, really know what I'm getting into. Found out there was a market for that kind of information.
Right.
And sort of developed newsletters. I wrote a book that got published by Prima Publishing, now part of Random House, and did a radio show on KSEO out of Santa Cruz, and started doing a lot of consulting, the expert witness testimony, things like that. Created a company called Market Wave around that, a generic sort of a clearinghouse of objective information about the industry. And
Helicopters come to get you.
there's a lot of those around here, actually.
Yeah. So okay, so you've done all that, and the reason why I asked Len to be on the show, instead of being an expert witness and hundreds of dollars an hour, I want him to be an expert witness for us, inside this profession. I want him to offer up our expertise to you for free, to be able to provide not only some answers to this idea that MLM is a pyramid, it's illegal, it's unethical, it's these different things that misinformed people tend to talk about. Len can speak about that with clarity, but he can also talk about FTC rulings and a bunch of different aspects of our business that have to do with the actual nuts and bolts. Mm-hmm. So first of all, I appreciate you doing that. Let's talk on this show about the misperceptions, because I know a lot of the time that you spend is debunking these myths, these people who had a bad experience for some reason and decided that they were going to hate MLM. Mm-hmm. What do you think is the most common myth or misperception that people throw around about network marketing?
Yeah. I think first we should establish that the myths and the misconceptions go both ways, pro and con.
Sure,
I think that's one of the reasons why both I think we have credibility in this industry is because we don't just blindly support everything unconditionally.
Yeah.
We got practice some tough love on the industry as well too. But as far as like what I refer to as the anti-MLM zealots, which is actually a very small but a very prolific group of people out there. And thanks to the internet, they look like a big crowd now. When you Google MLM, I think 4 or 5 of the top 10 hits are typically anti-MLM sites now. And the kind of propaganda that they put out to make their case for why this is a flawed business model is so easily debunkable, and defendable. And so far, the industry's been very resistant to give them any attention because they fear that's going to give them more credibility, it'll give them more attention than they're worthy of, or whatever. I think back before this thing called the internet, that may have made sense, but now it's like, hey, if we acknowledge their propaganda and we defend against it, sure, 95% of our prospects will know about them instead of 92%. So,
sure.
Everybody knows they're out there. So let's fight back and let's defend against them, because it's so easy to do, rather than just say, oh, let's just ignore them and they'll go away. Obviously,
I agree. But part of what I want Network Marketing Pro to do is to say, look, our profession's the best. We're right, you're wrong, our way's better, and you're still stuck in the matrix, and I don't care what you say. Mm-hmm. I really, truly believe that that's where we stand inside of this profession. So I want us to be proud. I want everybody watching this to be proud of the decision that you've made, number one. I want you to get some good words from Len about how to defend yourself against whatever accusation somebody might throw out, number two. And number three, I want you to police your own behavior and your company's behavior to make sure that we're representing ourselves as professional as possible.
Right.
All right. So let's pick one.
Well,
pick a person. But what do you want to do? Do you want to talk about? Let's just do this one, because I think we live in an era of Bernie Madoff, and the words Ponzi schemes being used all over the place. In general, when people say this is illegal, it's a pyramid scheme. It's a Ponzi scheme. You're involved in one of those pyramids. What are the words that people need to have, and what is the knowledge that people need to have in relation to that accusation?
Well, first of all, we don't want to give them the trite, we were just joking about this just before, these cliches that we've all come up with over the years. Like if someone says, is this one of those pyramid schemes? You say, well, what do you think about pyramid schemes? That's not an answer to the objection. Or is this a pyramid scheme? Well, no, pyramid schemes are in Egypt, which I hate. You know, it was funny in the beginning, but no, that's not an answer to their objection. I mean, they're really looking for an answer to the objection.
Right.
To take kind of one step back and get a running start at this, understand that typically people who are not in this industry, who you're talking to about it for the first time, they have an ignorance, for lack of a better term, about the industry. That doesn't mean dumb or stupid. Ignorance means a lack of information, a lack of awareness.
Right.
And that can be overcome. Typically someone who is against MLM or adverse to it, they're saying, oh, is this one of those pyramids? Their opinion, and that's what it is, came from only one of two possible sources. Either someone that they know who was unsuccessful at it, or someone they know who never tried it at all and never been involved in it, or the media, which of course is one of the first two as well. So make sure they understand that that's not your opinion. Your negative opinion of MLM, while you're skeptical of it, that's not your opinion. That's somebody else's opinion that you've chosen to adopt. So how about make your own decision based on your own evaluation? Open your mind, actually take a look at it. Don't let other people do your thinking for you and manipulate you. Psychologically, people hate to be manipulated. When they think, you know, that's right, I've never actually checked this out myself. Someone else told me I shouldn't like it, and I've adopted their opinion. I'm not going to be controlled like that. You're right. Show me what you've got. The object is to just get them to look, because if someone will objectively look at a network marketing opportunity and really open their mind to it and look at it subjectively, it's hard to not be intrigued by the business model once you actually understand it and you get past this ignorance. So that's the first step I would say to get them past, like, hey, at least listen to my response. As far as the pyramid objection specifically, it's interesting how enough people I found will overcome this by simply recognizing that the downline is not a pyramid structure. Geometrically, it's not even a pyramid. In fact, I think one of the most ironic things about network marketing is we're actually the only form of business that does not form a pyramidal hierarchy.
Yeah, and everybody thinks it does.
We're the ones that get accused of being a pyramid.
All right, but before you get into that, just for the sake of time, I'm going to have you tomorrow talk about specifically what's the difference between an illegal pyramid and what do we do inside of the direct selling network marketing MLM profession, okay? Just that issue. But for today, ladies and gentlemen, my wish for you is that you decide to become a network marketing professional, that you decide to go pro, that you tune in tomorrow so you can hear exactly the differences and how to defend against this illegal pyramid allegation. Very well said. It is a fact, ladies and gentlemen, that we have a better way. Now let's go tell the world. Until tomorrow, here with Len Clements. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Thanks.